we possess that y'all don't get, Frederick.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Of course.
Okay. The NFAC, have they reached out to you, and have you heard that they're about to storm the streets of Louisville?
I know they're supposed to be here Saturday. Just from watching the news, they have not reached out. Yeah.
Let me ask something real quick. With regards to female victims of police brutality, females who are killed by officers, Breonna Taylor's case is not unique yet. It didn't get a lot of traction and attention. Why do you think that is typically across the board? And I hate to generalize, but it does seem that female victims just don't garner the same kind of attention and interest.
Right.
We've been getting that question a lot, and the more you hear, like I knew of a Tatiana Jarvis, and I knew of Corinne Gaines, but then when you start learning of so many more names, I think it's with everything. And I mean, Black women are typically, what is it? We're just at the bottom of everything, at the bottom of everyone's priority list, right? So it's like, if we aren't going to take care of ourselves, who is going to take care of us? You know, we're used to being the fixers and everything, but it's who's there to uplift and amplify our voices. And I think we're getting to a point where we realize we have to amplify our own voices and can't wait for people to do it for us. And then once it is amplified, and that's why it was important when you said NBA, that I'm like, no, let me go back WNBA first, right? Because they reached out before the NBA, but the media caught on to the NBA first. And it's that same situation of Black women and our voices, and them typically being muted. And then it's not, we don't see it to the degree of Black men being victims of police brutality, but it is enough that we need to be concerned, and we need to make sure that we're also fighting for those injustices and lifting those names just as we do those Black male victims.
I think it's normal for us to be kind of last, like, you know, Black men fought for the right to vote, and then women, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like women, especially like in the legal community, Black women are absolutely the bottom. Like, Black men are even above white women a lot of the time, because it's a man's world. Like 100%, no one can argue me down on that, because it just is. It's a good old boy system. And then Black men are able to, you know, finesse that, even though I think Black attorneys in general make up like less than 10% of the entire legal profession, which is crazy. Yeah, I knew it was close to 5, but I knew I could say less than 10. But you know, we're at the very, very bottom, and I just think that we all know. And, you know, Sergeant Dorsey, you can chime in on this too, just based upon your own opinion. But I just think that Black women, I was never allowed as a child to like mope and cry and whatever. It was like, okay, girl, get on
with it. So I can deal with it.
So that's what she had to do. So that's what she inbred in me. So we're like, I always post things about like, check on the friends that are all right. The friends that are all right are the Black female friends, okay? We always check on the guys. The men always need us. We're always like, oh, my Black brothers, my Black this, my Black, you know, my Black men, whatever. We always ride for them because we recognize the need for it. But I think that we recognize the need for us, and a lot of other people don't recognize the need. So I wanted so bad to think that Breonna Taylor's situation didn't, I guess, give the same sensation as George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery, because there was no video.
I say that sometimes, but I think us being Black.
No, but even when I posted that, I knew that wasn't the case. But I was like, you know, I hope that is it. And that's why I posted a thing where it was like, close your eyes, like, and imagine. We have a decent enough imagination where you can paint the picture. You can make your own video inside your head. Like, close your eyes and just listen to the story. That'll make you mad. You mad now? So I definitely know that that's it. But like Lanita said, we have to speak up, because we know that we're important. The same way that, you know, I'm not fighting for anyone to agree that Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter to me. And when I make that statement, it's for that purpose. So the same thing as Black Email lives. So if someone's trans or whatever, and they want to say all Black lives and trans Black lives, that's because they recognize that need. And I recognize the need for Black females because we matter.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell y'all though, even with our case, if George Floyd had not happened Memorial Day weekend, I probably wouldn't be on here talking to you all about it, because everyone would still be asking Ben Crump to talk about Breonna Taylor. Just from your perspective, you know, what you said of being a Black female attorney. And I say that because early on, you know, Ben got involved right around Mother's Day weekend, and all of the requests that were coming in were for Ben. Not for Ben and me, not for, you know, Ben and Sam, but they were for Ben. And then initially they tried, and once Ben got tied up with George Floyd, then they were trying to go to our other co-counsel, Sam, and Sam's like, no, Lanita, you handle that. And I'm not one, and it kind of goes to, again, what you said, Natasha. I'm not one, like, I don't need to be in front of the camera. Like, I like just being in the background, lawyer, my little butt off, like writing motions, this, that. But I had to take that step because Ben was in Minneapolis. I was here. People were still trying to hear about Breonna Taylor at that point, and I could not let her story die simply because Ben got pulled to Minneapolis. So just it goes back to that same story of Black females that people did not want to talk to me until I was the only person there for them to talk to about the case with Tamika.